Hi everyone, Bruno Recommends Records here again, and today I'm participating on a really cool thread put out quite recently by Bozz from That Vinyl channel. If you haven't subscribed his channel and you still don't know who Bozz is, I'll leave the links down below. Please subscribe him and leave a thumbs up on the video. I'll put a link for the video related with this challenge as well, or thread. This one is really related with a particular kind of collecting that started happening last year to me, which is collecting different editions from the same record, which is something quite new to me. I never did it before. I criticized it for a long time, but this is not a video where I'm going to speak about it. I'm just going to show 3 different editions from 5 records in my collection, which is what this thread or challenge consists on. So let's move forward and let's see if I can finally do a small video. So the first one is the iconic Days of Future Past, and this, as you can see, is not a US edition because the US one brings like a red square with information, some kind of showing some saying that it has Nights in White Satin or something like that. I don't have a US edition yet. You never know. But this one, this is not a first press because the first press was stereo. And this was because, you see, this symbol is the Deram sound system. That was something that was intended to be quite different and be a revolutionary thing in terms of sound in the market, but it didn't go that way. So they only did a few records with this kind of what they call the Deram sound system, which is a stereo kind of approach. But this one, like I was saying, is a mono. So the mono is harder to get. There you go, the mono. Am I gonna show the back cover? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So this one is the mono edition, which is a little bit harder to get and a little bit pricey because of that. There you go. And I found this one quite recently for quite a bargain. And while I was looking for it online, I found out this Japanese edition, which is a reissue stereo gatefold from Japan. So being a Japanese, it should bring the obi and insert with the information in Japanese. Unfortunately, it doesn't bring any of them. This copy that I bought, because I bought this for like £8 or something, and most probably because of that, the obi and the insert are missing, because the record is in pretty good shape. Not near mint, let's say, but between a VG Plus, and it might have a better sound quality than the mono and the stereo, the original ones. Or I don't know, I'm not an expert like in audiophile things, so I don't know if I showed it. And this is quite cool because besides having this red background, let me open it. It has this cool, the information is in Japanese. It brings some photos from some records that they have already released on. This is from 1971. And you have this cool picture from Moody Blues just right on the back. So there you go. Let's put it up here. And then 1978 Repress, which is, it doesn't bring any kind of, the image is like full cover. So I bought it mostly because of that. This was a £1 bin, and it's a 1978 UK Repress stereo. Comes on the Ceramic Sound label. Because it's stereo, it's red instead of brown. I know that there are some versions, American versions or US versions, that has the Deram label. But yeah, this is probably the best sounding one. And from what I've researched, they had to remaster side one because it happened something with the original masters. So yeah, they had to do a full remix of the whole album, and it kind of sounds better in my opinion, but slightly, to be honest with you. If you buy any edition from this, from my experience, I think most of them all sound great. So let's go for the second record, which is Ars Longa Vita Brevis from The Nice, which is the first band of Keith Emerson, who would be on Emerson, Lake and Palmer a little bit later. They didn't put out too many records, like it's 3 LPs, studio LPs. You have 2 live records and lots of compilations. But curiously, most of their records has quite some different designs of covers. This is an UK, one of the many UK first editions, so I don't know if it's a first press or not. At least I couldn't find the information to say that for sure. It's a 1968 immediate label, pink label, there you go. And it's different from the US version, who brings an extra song, which is the single, the cover for America, which I have on single by the immediate label. But if I found like a cheap copy of the American edition with that extra song, I might still buy it. Because as I told you, I start just like doing this. No particular reason why. Mostly because of the different covers from the same record. But anyway, I have a rule. It has to be cheap or a bargain, or else I don't buy it. So let's go for the second one, which is a 1973 Daffodil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly. Daffodil Records. And it's related with a series called the Immediate UK Series, and it's a reissue from Canada. And this cover is quite amazing, to be honest with you. Much better than the original one. I'm going to show you. So this is the label. Canadian press. And it's in this shiny silver effect, and even this kind of Art Nouveau drawing is amazing. I really love this cover. So there you go, same album, different cover, different edition. And for the third one from this record, let's go for a 1975 Charity Records from UK, Charly Records from UK, which is this label. And in terms of sound quality, I'm going to be honest, I can't remember, so I have to re-listen them all to know which one sounds better. But I believe that being all from the 70s, 60s, 70s, it's not 70s actually. It's not going to sound that different. So this is the cover and the background, which is, I don't know, I like it. It's weird, different than the other ones, so that's the main reason why I got it. So the third record I'm going to show is Nicely Out of Tune from Lindisfarne, and this is a first press that came out on November 1970, and it's on the Pink Scroll Charisma labels. how officially it should be called. And I'm going to show you the cover is just, I don't know if it comes with an insert, I don't think so. I bought this for like £2-3, I can't remember. It was for sure one of those prices. So the cover is, as you can see, and this is the texture cover. There's also an OG without being texture. And be careful, because texture cover doesn't mean it's embossed, which is a mistake I did for quite a long time. And I was about to rebuy this same edition on Discogs, but I asked the seller if it had that kind of embossed effect, and he said no, it's just texture. So if it says texture, it's like, I don't know if you ever seen a canvas. Yeah, it's like this kind of, you barely can notice, but there are lots of covers, especially from 70s or late 60s records, that say that they are textured. That's the texture. It's not embossed. It's not come with like, you can touch and feel the logos and all that stuff. Okay, don't commit that mistake, especially the people who live in a non-English country. Okay, so the second edition I'm gonna show from this same record, it's also from 1970, but this one is a German edition that comes on the Philips label. And why did I get this one, besides not being textured? Because it looks pretty much the same, besides having like the Philips logo in here. Well, it's a Gatefold. And I'm a sucker for Gatefold. So every time I can get a Gatefold version of the original record, usually there are some records that came out on UK or US and they're not Gatefold. And there's lots of records that the first edition, the German edition, is a Gatefold. Don't ask me why. So I bought it for that exact reason. And the third edition is this one, which is, this is not the US one, which has the same cover, but it's a die cut, the US one. This is a simpler version of that same cover, which is the Canadian version, but has exactly the same songs, and there are different songs from the other edition. And this is like just a particularity from the Canadian and the US, or let's say North American first editions, those differences between a few songs. So it looks like this, and it's on the Elektra butterfly label. And this one is from 1971. So I still want the US edition, but I can only find, especially coming out from US. If I would live in US, probably I would have one already, but with the shipping costs and the extra tax added by courtesy of Brexit, it's go too expensive for me. So I'm still trying to find a good bargain or a good deal with it. Showing the record already. Oh, I bet you don't know. Of course you know it. So this is the first record from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, my fourth choice. Sorry. And this came out on 20th of November of 1970. And it's a UK first pressing that comes out on the Pink Island label. And it's a stereo. I think they're all stereo. There's I don't know if there's any original version that came out in mono. I don't think so. It sounds amazing. I'm gonna take it out and show you like the other ones, obviously. Give me a second, because I have this like called Blake sleeves, which has this sealing thing. Most people don't like them, but those are the ones that I prefer. Label again. And the record is in pretty good shape. The cover, it's not bad, being from an OG from the 1970, and this is the first UK press. So, once again, German copy, and guess why I bought it. Okay, pink label as well. Also stereo, and I bet you already know why I bought the German edition. And yes, you're totally right. Once again, another example, give me a second. It's a Gatefold, which is quite cool, this one, because actually this image, you see, yeah, I know that this being a record from 1970s, it's not something new because you have the whole image out there on the internet, but yeah, I think it works better as a Gatefold, to be honest with you. It sounds pretty much the same in terms of sound quality. So the other one, I got it. This is a slight difference in the cover. It's 1970 Repress, Spanish Repress. Sorry, 1971 reissue, let's call it that. It has the island symbol in here on the corner. It's a difference. It's on a pink label as well. Obviously, the information on the label is different from the other two, but I bought it especially because it has a different back cover, which is quite cool. And I'm gonna say once again, all of these different editions were quite cheap. I didn't pay for them more than £5-7, if so. Okay, and the last one, I'm going for Synchronicity from Police. This is the first or one of the first UK editions. I don't know if you know, but this record has like 43 different cover variations or something like that. And the colors can change, the pictures change, everything changes. So there's a video on YouTube from this collector who is really into the synchronicity covers, and he has 2 videos where he shows almost all of them, if not all of them. So this is the UK one. It was the last one I bought because in the opening for the synchronicity, usually it's up. Besides the inner sleeve, this inner sleeve is not in the best shape, but I found one that still brought the official merchandise thing where you could send it and get t-shirts, official t-shirts, or a sweater. So that's the main reason why I got this copy, because obviously doing this video I have 2 more, and I'm gonna show you the other 2. I'm not gonna take it out the records because I don't have the correct lighting to show you, but the first one I got, I don't know which one is it. I think this is the US. And yep. So the first one I got, it was this one. But when I listened to the record for the first time, I found out that actually it had some skips. It wasn't saying that when I bought it. And it was, I bought it VG Plus, so it shouldn't do that, but anyway. And this is a better record shape edition from Synchronicity. This is the US one, so you can see that both the colors are the same, starts with blue, red, yellow. The UK started with yellow, blue, red, or red, blue, something like that. But if you notice, the pictures are different, right? There's that difference. Besides that, they look black vinyl, but if you expose them to the light, they are actually transparent, blue, translucid, let's say. That's the correct word. Blue translucid, which is a common effect from the material they were fabricated with, which is called Quiex 2, if I'm not wrong. There's also a video out there of someone explaining it better than me, and you can check it out, QX2. And this means that sometimes it can be bluish, sometimes a little bit more purple, sometimes a little bit more brownish yellow, sometimes a little bit more reddish. But yeah, that's the material that the records were fabricated with, and supposedly it gives a better sound quality to the record. I don't know if it's a myth or not. So there you go. This was my video. Don't forget to subscribe Bozz channel and give it a go if you have 3 different editions from the same record. And he didn't say it on his original video, but he did it on a comment from another video, which is, if you don't have 3 different editions on vinyl, you can do it, and you have like vinyl, CD, tape, something like that, you can also do it like that. It was his own words, but in a comment, not in his video, he said he forgot to mention that. So give it a go, okay? And that's it for today. See you soon in the next video, and thanks a lot for watching this and subscribing my channel.